Although the left and right hemispheres are very similar in appearance, they are not identical in structure or function. This is 3.13, specialization in the cerebral hemisphere. Cortical localization refers to the idea that particular areas of the brain are associated with particular functions. Pierre-Paul Broca was a French surgeon and neuroanatomist who in the 1860s discovered an area on the lower left frontal lobe of the cerebral cortex that, when damaged, produces great difficulties in speaking but no loss of comprehension. Today, this area is known as Broca's area. Carl Wernicke was a German neurologist who in the 1870s discovered an area in the left temporal lobe of the cerebral cortex that, when damaged, produces meaningless or nonsensical speech and difficulties in verbal or written comprehension. Today, this is known as Wernicke's area. Lateralization of function is the notion that one hemisphere exerts more control over the processing of a particular psychological function, such as speech or language functions are lateralized on the left hemisphere. Aphasia refers to the partial or complete inability to articulate ideas or understand spoken or written language due to brain injury or damage. People with Broca's aphasia find it difficult or impossible to produce speech, but their comprehension of verbal and written words is relatively unaffected. People with Wernicke's aphasia can speak, but they often have trouble finding the correct words and have great difficulty comprehending written or spoken communication. A split brain operation is a surgical procedure that involves cutting the corpus callosum in order to stop or reduce epileptic seizures. Roger Sperry was an American psychologist and neuroscientist who did pioneering research on hemispheric specialization using split brain patients. Sperry's experiments reconfirmed that specialized language abilities of the left hemisphere. Results from other brain research. The left hemisphere is superior in language ability, speech, reading, and writing. The right hemisphere is more involved in nonverbal emotional expression and visual spatial tests that involve deciphering complex visual cues. In the normal brain, the left and right hemispheres function in an integrated fashion, constantly exchanging information. Functional plasticity is the brain's ability to shift functions from damaged to undamaged areas. Structural plasticity is a phenomenon in which brain structures physically change in response to environmental influences.